Sinsolve ko. Hi guys! Meron ba kayong mga 10 minutes? Kasi, magbibigay lang ako ng words tungkol sa Cry of Revolution. Okay lang ba? Siyempre ako lang.
Tawa mo naman eh.
Wash. Ay, meron ba kayong idea about sa Cry of Revolution?
Yan ba yung yung sa balintawak?
Balintawak? Balintawak yung alam mo. Ikaw, ano alam mo?
Ang alam ko kasi yung sa pasong tao. Ano nga? Ulit na.
Bahay Toro.
Oo. Pero yun yung alam ko. Ewan ko lang sa alam ko.
Sa Pugat namin, sino nakakaalam? Ikaw.
Cry of Revolution? Di ba it is a series of events during the Spanish colonial period? Alam mo kasi, it marked the beginning of revolution against Spanish rule. It is a profound act of defiance and resistance laban sa mga Spanish nung time na yon. Kasi sa loob ng 333 years na pananakop ng Spain sa Pilipinas, yung Cry of Revolution is yung nag-symbolize sa katapangan ng mga Pilipino during that time para lumaban sa freedom nila and justice, and as well as the liberty. Pero di ba may controversy about that topic? Kasi even until now, the Cry of Revolution is posing significant questions as to yung sa lack of evidence, di ba? So, regarding to it, the Cry of Revolution is the most, the Pugadlawin is the most recognized account of Cry of Revolution kasi there are primary sources like Dr. Pio Valenzuela, as far as I know, na nagsosupport sa claim na yun. Pero there are other claims such as Balintawak and the Bahay Toro that opposes the claim of Pugadlawin. Moreover, meron ding mga skeptical view na nagsasabi na wala naman talagang first Cry of Revolution. There is just the series of events na nangyari nung Spanish period. So, ano ba talaga yung totoo? So, meron ba talaga o wala na Cry of Revolution? If meron man, kaninong perspective yung nagsasabi ng totoo? Pero, right? So, but still, in conclusion, yung events na nangyari during that time is really an important event in our history. Whenever or wherever it happened. And the accounts of different perspective like the Balintawak, the Pugadlawin, and as well as kahit yung skeptical view is an important topic na pwedeng pag-aralan in learning historical perspective. And because makakatulong yan to help us know the factors na naka-apekto sa pag-shape ng society natin ngayon. So, kayo, may alam ba kayo about it?
Ang ano ko lang talaga, hindi ako lang talaga ito sa
Alam niyo ba, noong 1935, nabanggit kinlaim ni Valenzuela, ni Pantas, tsaka ni Pacheco na hindi sa Balintawak nangyari ang unang sigaw ng Pulimagsik na kinalalagyan ngayon ng Bantayog, kung hindi sa Pook na kilala sa tawag na Pugadlawin. Kasi, as stated in Dr. Pio Valenzuela's memoir, paano na lang po? Ganun yung memoir po yan ni Pio Valenzuela. Tapos, the first place of the refuge of Andres Bonifacio, Emilio Jacinto, Procopio Bonifacio, Teodoro Plata, Agueldo del Rosario, and myself was Balintawak. The first 5 of us arriving there on August 19 and I on August 20, 1896. The first place where some 500 members of the Katipunan met was the house and yard of Apolonio Samson at Kangkong on August 22. Aside from the persons mentioned above, among those who were there were Bricio Pantas, Alejandro Santiago, Ramon Bernardo, and Apolonio Samson. Here, views were only exchanged and no resolution was debated or adopted. It was in the house, storehouse, and yard of Juan Ramos, son of Melchor Aquino, in Pugadlawin that over 1,000 members of the Katipunan met and debated lengthy on August 23, 1896. The discussion was on whether or not the revolution against the Spanish government should be started on August 29, 1896. Only one man protested and fought against an early war, and that was Teodoro Plata. Besides the persons named above, among others present at that meeting were Enrique, Cipriano, and Alfonso Pacheco, Tomas Remigio, and Sinforoso San Pedro. After the tumultuous meeting, many of those present tore their cedulas and shouted, "Long live the Philippines! Long live the Philippines! Long live! Long live! Long live!" The Katipunan. The first clash between the Katipunan and the Civil Guards took place on August 25, 1896 at Pasong Tamo, and the second occurred simultaneously in 2 places, at San Juan del Monte and and at Materos on the night of August 29. In 1940, a research team of the Philippines Historical Committee, a forerunner of the National Historical Institute or NHI, which included Pio Valenzuela, identified the precise spot of Pugadlawin as part of Sitio Gulod, Banlat, Caloocan City. Tapos, meron pang isang account na galing naman kay Teodoro Agoncillo in Revolt of the Masses on 1956. It was in Pugadlawin where they proceeded upon leaving Samson's Place in the afternoon of the 22nd that the more than 1,000 members of the Katipunan met in the yard of Juan A. Ramos, son of Melchora Aquino, in the morning of August 23rd. Considerable discussion arose whether the revolt against the Spanish government should be started on the 29th. Only one man protested, but he was overruled in his stand. Bonifacio then announced the decision and shouted, "Brothers, it was agreed to continue with the plan of revolt. My brothers, do you swear to repudiate the government that oppresses us?" And the rebels, shouting as one man, replied, "Yes, yes, yes, sir!" That being the case, Bonifacio added, may papel ba? May papel.
Wala po kaming papel eh.
Ito na lang. Ulitin ang cedula! Ayan. Tapos, amidst the ceremony, the rebels, tear-stained eyes, shouted, "Long live the Philippines! Long live the Katipunan!" Ayun.
Okay, so, bali sa'yo, sabi mo kasi, sa tanda ko, yung sinabi mo, sabi ni Dr. Pio, yung unang, unang pinagkitaan nila Andres Bonifacio sa Balintawak lang nung August 19. Tapos, saan talaga sila nagpunit ng sedula? Sa Pugadlawin, gano'n? Oo, gano'n yan. Sa Pugadlawin talaga? Di mali yung turo ng teacher ko.
Maling-mali.
Okay.
Mali!
Bakit mali?
Diba sa Balintawak talaga sila nagpunit ng sedula?
Sabi niya sa Pugadlawin daw.
Yun ang sabi ng teacher natin, di ba?
Sabi niya ngayon, Pugadlawin, sabi pa ni Dr. Pio, nagkita pa nga sila, sabi ni Dr. Pio daw, nagkita yung mga miyembro ng mga nasa Katipunan na 1,000 members pa yun, di ba, te?
Oo. Pero pagkakaalam ko, sa Balintawak talaga yun.
Sabi nga,
alam ko,
sa bahay daw ni Juan Ramos sa Pugadlawin. Doon daw sila nagpunit, tapos nagkita-kita lang sila sa Balintawak. Baka mali yung teacher natin nun. Hindi, absent ka nun.
Baby ka nakinig.
Absent ka nun talaga. Gets mo na.
So, nagkitaan lang talaga sila sa Balintawak.
Oo, tapos sa Pugadlawin sila
nagpunit ng sedula.
Kayo, iba sa bahay turo sa inyo?
Actually, sa bahay toro naman talaga yung pinaniniwalaan ko. Kasi nung nag-research kami dati, pinag-research kami ng teacher namin. And nabasa ko yung kay, sino nga yun? Gregoria de Jesus. Sabi niya, based sa statement niya, sa bahay toro naman daw talaga ginanap yung mga pagpupulong. Ikaw ba?
Hindi ba mas sufficient yung mga evidences na nagsusupport sa Balintawakan Pugadlawin compared sa bahay toro? So, meron ka ba mga reliable sources? Like, di ba, kagaya ng sa Pugadlawin and Balintawak, they have primary sources just like coming from Pio Valenzuela. Ikaw, meron ka bang ganun?
Actually,
sa bahay toro?
Meron. Kaso, yun yung hindi ko pa nababasa eh. Ikaw ba, ate?
Ayun, tanong mo tayo. Tanong.
Ikaw ba, Tel, meron ka bang alam na sources about...
Sa hanggang ngayon kasi, pinag-debate Hanggang ngayon kasi, pinagdedebatihan pa rin yung mga sources dyan sa Bahay Toro, kaya hindi pa natin siya matatawag na primary sources or totally reliable. So, kaya pinapropose ko sa inyo yung Pugad Lawin.
Among the many claims, Pugad Lawin on August 23, 1896 is the most widely recognized pala since mas maraming evidence na nahanap about the topic.
Yes, true.
Oo, so yung sa Balintawak pala na ano namin, is hindi pala yun doon talaga. Sa Pugad Lawin pala talaga ang unang sikat.
So, absent nga siguro talaga ako nun.
Oo, di ka kasi nakikinig.
Absent ka, para may kinig.
So, sa Pugad Lawin pala talaga.
Oo, tama.
And yung research ko, mali daw talaga.
Ay, mali.
Tsaka alam mo ba, talagang ang sabi rin kasi sa Bahay Toro, dyan lang ginaganap yung mga meetings sila, just like pagpaplano kung, baba, pagtapos ng pagpupunit ng sedula, parang doon lang nila ginaganap yung mga celebration and all. Pero hindi doon talaga nangyari yung cry of revolution or yung sigaw ng hinigsika.
Recognizing Pugad Lawin as the location of the first cry is about honoring the bravery and sacrifice of the Katipuneros who cleared the path for the country's independence, not just about resolving a historical dispute. Although the revolution may have taken place in several places, Pugad Lawin is where the pivotal act of rebellion, the Filipino people's public declaration of resistance, took place. We must make sure that future generations respect the sacrifices made and uphold the values of bravery, nationalism, and defiance of oppression as we commemorate this occasion. By doing this, we uphold the legacy of those who battled to establish the Philippines as an independent country as well as the historical authenticity of the revolution. Long live the Philippines! Long live the Katipunan! Ano kasi medyo